we're going to go ahead and play Name That Tune. And remember, we have no losers on this show. Everybody who gets in and gets through and gets on the air will win. Now, we only take one winner per week. Francis has been winning at a breakneck speed, and it's okay, Francis. You can keep calling in. We hope you do, and we hope some other folks call in as well. Still waiting for the Christmas Vibe CDs, the new order to come in, so Greg is out there in Lincoln Park waiting. Sorry, Greg. As soon as it comes in, we'll get it to you. It takes time for the company to print those and get them to us. So today, as promised last week, we have 3 songs to play for you that are show tunes from Broadway shows. I think everybody will know all 3, and we put the title in each one. And so if you know 1, 2, or 3 of them, call in, and we'll help you to the finish line. Nobody loses. If you're the first one to get through, we will help you to the nth degree to make sure you win. So here's the first song. It's a one-word title, and it's a number. And here comes the title. It's the first word you hear. Oop, there was the title again. All right, so that was a one-word title. I think that song was from a chorus line. Here's a ballad from South Pacific. Little Frank Sinatra for
Some
you.
enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know.
And that's song number 2, Frank Sinatra singing from South Pacific. And song number 3, Louis Armstrong.
Hello, Dolly. This is Louis, Dolly. Mighty glad to hear you back where you belong. You lookin' swell, Dolly. I can tell, Dolly. You keep going, still going, you still going.
And there's our third song, and I guess it would help if I gave the phone number, 248-557-3300. First one to call in and get all 3 will win one of my CDs. And I did want to mention, pay a tribute again to my band director I had in grades 4 through 9, and he helped me well after that as well, after I became an adult and became a band director myself. I've always said the greatest teachers are the ones who not only fully teach the content, but they inspire you to excel, and then they inspire you to further your studies on your own. And Mr. Buono was one of those teachers. Back when I was, I'm guessing, 7th or 8th grade, Mr. Buono had a not a habit, but I guess I can call it a habit, but he had a habit of introducing all kinds of literature to us. He could have taken the easy road, and here's a couple marches, here's a couple pop tunes, and go home. But he went the extra length for us, and we played pieces like Bolero by Ravel, we played La Traviata, we played traditional band music, we played John Philip Sousa, and then he also introduced us to the pop music of the day, which was important to learn, but also theater music, show tunes. Mr. Buono played the French horn for just about every Broadway musical that came through town for I don't know how long, 40 years, 50 years, however long he played. When a show came to town, they needed a French horn. Mr. Buono, Joe Buono, got the phone call, and he was the French horn player. So if you've ever been to the Fisher Theater and you saw a musical, if you heard a French horn, it was probably Joe Buono, my former band director. Well, one year he had us play South Pacific. And I have a tendency, once I hear a song, I tend to sing it a lot, hum it a lot out loud. And I'd gone home one day, and I was singing these tunes, and I think my mom said, what exactly are you singing? And I said, oh, it's music from South Pacific. Mr. Buono passed it out. She said, I know what it is, because your dad and I have seen the musical in person. We saw it before you were born. But tell me again how you know those tunes. And I said, well, I just said, Mr. Buono passed it out, and we're playing it. And she was overwhelmed that a band director would pass out musicals, Broadway tunes to kids. And it was phenomenal. And what he did, at least for me by doing that, was inspire me to dig into other musicals. And it's a completely separate genre of music other than what we learn in traditional music schools. And I'm glad he introduced us to that, because it gave us a whole different world to look into for music. So I want to thank Mr. Buono for that. He inspired us all to greatness, and also inspired us to excel and inspired us to further our studies on our own. So thank you, Mr. Buono, for that. Okay, we have on the line Francis. Francis is going to go for our Name That Tune. Good morning, Francis. How are you?
Good morning, Dr. Paul. How nice to talk to you.
Yeah, we finally got you on the air. You've been calling every week, and
Yes.
last week they said you didn't want to be put through. You didn't need any prize, which thankfully was good because I've given away everything to you except for my house.
Well, I really appreciate that.
Okay, so what do we have today for?
I do this just for fun, so you
Oh.
don't have to send me anything.
I appreciate that. What do you have?
Okay.
Our song titles today are?
One,
Yes.
Some Enchanted Evening.
Yes.
Hello, Dolly.
All right. How about a round of applause for Francis? We've got 1,000 people in the studio today. Well, congratulations. Now, how do you know all these songs? Are you a musician, a piano player, or what?
I just appreciate music. I have a lot of musicians in my family.
Okay.
But I just love listening to your show, and especially when you have Name That Tune. I just have to name it.
Well, I'm glad you do. We play Name That Tune every single week without fail, unless something happens to the CD that I bring in. Otherwise, we'll have it on. So continue to call in, and thanks for winning, and congratulations again, Francis.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
All right. You too.
All right.
Bye.